Hey, that shit ain't funny.
I saw a conspiracy theory online that Stevie Wonder's not blind and he faked it to make it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Man, that would be commitment right there.
The ultimate years.
Commit to like a 50-year
That's
lie.
like did you guys ever see The Prestige?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know how he commits to having the twin brother that nobody knows about?
Right, yeah.
So that way they can do that one magic trick.
Yeah.
That's like the equivalent of that.
Yeah, the lifelong commitment.
Yeah.
For the one trick. What
What if you just accidentally slip up? I mean, you know who knew was probably George W. Bush, who waved at him one time. He's like, I know that motherfucker can see.
Yeah, see, that's true though, because then all your friends and family have to live the lie with you. Like they can't slip up.
Unless you just tell them you're blind.
Yeah, if you maybe you started way early.
Right.
I mean, but you slip up
Yeah.
like you're fucking or something. Like, oh yeah, baby, I look at those titties. Those fucking titties are nice.
You
titties.
see with your ears, echolocation.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
I can tell you got them big areolas by the way the sound is bouncing off of them.
I did watch a video of a guy who was blind who used a kind of like echolocation, but
Like clicking.
yeah, it was like over years though. It was like a Dateline or something, but it was over like 20 years. He taught himself how to kind of figure where. I mean, it wasn't like he can run, you know, like, but it's just like
he's not fucking. What's the superhero? The blind one, Daredevil.
Yeah. It wasn't that crazy, but it was kind of interesting that he was able to kind of navigate a little bit using noises.
And I felt bad one time when this blind couple came to stay at the hotel I was working at, and they had so like it's pretty like you never really think about blind people going places that they don't like know what's around them and they have to get around. It's kind of like wild and scary to think about. I mean, they do it, but like so
You got is that fucking stick?
yeah. So they had so it's him and his wife, and they're both blind, which like makes it even harder.
Yeah.
And they have this like box that like it was like a messenger bag type box thing, and it has these like buttons, and I think it's to like map out like left turn, right turn, like curve, you know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
So like you map out like where you went and like how to get back. And so he left, and I was standing out front, and he like said a few words to me, and then he just started walking with his wife. And then like 30 minutes later, he was walking around like the boardwalk where there's like a grassy knoll area. And I just thought he was just kind of like hanging out, like getting breeze or whatever. And then somebody like walks him up to the front, and I guess he got lost.
Oh fuck!
so he was just like walking around this area because I guess he couldn't sync up the clicks or something, and he was just wandering. I felt bad because he was there for like 5-10 minutes, and I didn't say shit.
Horrible. That's horrible.
Right?
I thought it was just a man in the grass.
Yeah, I just thought he was just chilling, having a good time.
Enjoying the day, the breeze.
Enjoy the day.
Is that worst nightmare? You think top 10?
I don't know. I think it's like my knees right now because they're both fucked. You don't.
Oh, here he's comparing knees.
No.
It's not always about you, Bradley.
Go ahead.
Can I continue?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. The point of that statement. Fuck you. You don't realize like how much shit you take for granted, like that you do every day. And I imagine having something like losing your sight or your fucking sense of touch or any of that shit. Like when it's gone, like you just take it for granted, Like sight, I think sight would definitely be one of the biggest fears.
Yeah, I think losing your hearing would be a lot easier than losing your sight.
There's a dude from I want to say The Bachelor,
I agree with that.
or something like that, but it's something like that, or the Bahamas, but it's one of those like Bachelor kind of shows.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was on vacation with his girlfriend, and she popped a champagne bottle. Champagne bottle goes into his eye, hits him in the eye, and bursts his eyeball. 2 surgeries later, they took it out.
What?
Damn.
How about KJ, man? Fucking dropping halfway through his story. Oh, yeah. I've had 75 surgeries totaling $26 million. Oh, and by the way, I can only see out of one eye.
Yeah.
And I don't have legs.
Yeah, crazy.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
No, that's worse. That's worse fear. For
What
sure.
about no dick?
Ooh, that's got to be.
But you can just live your. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good life, but you can live your life with no dick.
Honestly, can you imagine just having a clear head and never wanting to fuck?
You might do. That's probably Jeff Bezos. He probably doesn't have a dick. That's why he's so successful.
Yeah, he cut his dick off.
That's what it is.
Apparently not, because somebody had his dick pic.
It's Photoshop.
It's just it's a strap on.
It's a deep fake.
I don't know, man.
Better deep fake it extra big. Fuck.
So would you rather be blind or have no dick?
no dick.
No dick, no contest. Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: the blind thing or the dick thing will only last until you're about 28, and then you just don't care. So
Then the apathy overtakes everything, and nothing else matters.
Yeah, I haven't fucked in 10 years. I don't care.
You can just figure out how to shove your balls in a girl's vagina anyway.
Wait, so we're talking not like a Ken doll. You're talking. You're visualizing just no dick, but you got balls.
Well, yeah, you didn't say remove the balls.
Oh yeah, Ken doll.
I'm thinking it looks weird, much stranger.
Ken doll?
with-
Oh man, the skinny jeans are gonna fit way better.
But then you have you're not producing testosterone. That's
without the balls.
Yeah,
No
then
balls.
you'd be taking supplements.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
And you could probably get like a fake dick installed, at some point.
A clip-on.
Yeah, anything.
Or that thing that you put on your chin so you can eat box and
Oh, yeah.
The
asshole.
accommodator?
Is that what it's called?
No, I just remember that from Californication. That's what it was called in the show. The accommodator.
What was that? The movie with Matt Stone and Trey Parker did, where the Mormon becomes the porn star, and they had the dude who has the helmet with the dildo on it.
Oh yeah. I don't remember the name of it though.
Orgasmo.
Do we all kind of agree? No dick? Or were you? Dom, you seem like you want to go blind.
I'm going blind. I need this dick, baby.
But then you can't drive. I mean, there's so much shit
You can't
do.
see anything, dude. You can't even see who you're fucking, which might be a good thing.
That's a good
Yeah.
thing. 'Cause then it's all about the heart.
It's a blessing.
It's all about those big old titties you can still feel.
Exactly. You can't see anyway, so you don't know what you're attracted to.
Those are big girls.
Yeah, but your whole life, you're so limited in what you can do, where you can go, everything.
God, I don't want to go anywhere.
If that's I can't argue with that sentiment.
I guess there's a lot of jerking off. I
With
wonder,
no porn. What?
no, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Just your own sick thoughts.
but I wonder how crazy your other. It's got to be right. Like some of your other senses go through the roof.
Yeah,
Like music has probably got to be way more enjoyable if you're blind. I mean, I'm not.
I don't know if that's so much like if you're born being blind or like if you're become blind later.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it depends. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I remember we were in high school. Our football team played a all deaf high school football
I thought you were
team.
gonna say blind. I will truck a blind dude right now.
But I'll never forget after the game, the all deaf team was on their bus. So the team bus from the opposing team would always pull up like right to where the gate was, kind of to the football stadium, and so I'm walking out of the little area, and there's a bus, and they're on there, and you just hear them all trying to like yell and talk shit to us as we're walking by.
What?
But it's all in like that deaf retard voice. You guys are gay. And they were all like shouting. I was like, oh my God, dude.
The captain of our soccer team at my high school, he was deaf, and now he's the captain of the U.S. Olympic deaf team or whatever.
Really?
What the fuck it's called? Yeah.
They have a specific deaf soccer team?
Mhm, yeah.
They got something for everything.
Everything, dude. Oh, there's veteran Olympics, like literally.
Has it been around a while? I've never heard of
No
it.
fireworks at the end of the game, though.
Well, that's offensive. I don't know. I'm going home.
Well, see you later.
Well, see you later.
Alrighty then.
We lived with this dude who was a Marine who had like all kinds of mental issues, but like one of them was PTSD, and we would always like joke about like lighting off a firework and then being like, Marine, on your feet, and just start like yelling shit.
I wonder if somebody could get me with on your feet or attention on deck. Like if I was just
Like, you're just
tired.
dead.
Like you just hop to it?
Yeah, and then I was like, whoa, shit. Because
Just out of habit?
I mean, I feel like 6 months out, you could have got me for
Yeah.
sure. Somebody just walked in all like quick and on feet. Oh.
Start like ripping off your fucking like blankets
Yeah,
and shit.
well, attention on deck would be like not because all that shit's like boot camp shit.
Yeah.
But it'd be like what would happen is if someone really high, like hey, attention on deck, and everyone would stand up real quick.
Yeah.
So like you could probably get someone with that for a certain amount of time after. But I don't know if I could still get caught like that.
I can't get caught like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Like,
you still work around the area,
Yeah.
like in you're around some of
Yeah.
those people. So
but I couldn't
Still running from the national anthem.
we don't talk about that.
Stop moving!
Yeah, everyone was just like because you hear the 5-minute warning and people are just scurrying indoors.
Tom's like, I got jury duty.
I love it. So should we start?
Do the
Start this
intro?
mug?
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Tasteless Gentlemen. We have Dom,
Yeet.
Alex,
It's yeet or be eaten.
Scoop,
Skate.
me, and Ziggy. And we got this fucking thank you to anyone who considered sending us any decor for the studio. We have a bunch of our stuff up. But one of our loyal fans did fucking paint this amazing picture of Ziggs, kind of like as a British soldier, perhaps.
Sir Zigtavius.
Yeah, that's actually what it should be, is Sir Zigtavius. I'll just write on it with a fucking Sharpie.
I think I should get some like fish, line and hang it up right in the middle.
I want some people to do one of each of us as like the Vince Vaughn celebration one in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Where he's like in the
Yeah, of
leaves.
I call it celebration.
Yeah.
Anyway, her name is Kirsten Churchill, and her IG handle is KC Custom Art. I think that's what it is, KC Custom Art. So yeah, I love it. I think it's
awesome.
fucking outstanding.
Did she just reach out to you and just?
Yeah, she contacted me.
Yeah,
well, no, because
us with it.
we did say that at some point. We're like, yeah, if you have any ideas or you want to contribute, and
That's
she was
right.
like, fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
She even got his little underbite, which is great.
Why
It's perfect.
don't you start getting a whole bunch of shit drawings now? Just sit shit.
Just stick figures
Yeah.
like they're. Hey, my kid drew this picture for you, Dom.
Yeah, I'm always
you hang it up?
I'm always nervous to ask. I mean, we love everyone who listens or watches, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm always nervous to ask because it's like anything. Half of the people that respond, it's like, oh, we're looking for I don't know, like an artist, right? Half of them are like, I've never painted before in my life, but I'll paint for you.
I'll learn, yeah.
No, bro.
I mean, the enthusiasm is flattering, though. You know,
Yeah.
like we
Yeah.
admire that.
For
That's
a
an
video
admirable
editor,
thing.
I don't own a computer, but I can buy one.
Which is like, that's so crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never worked in this industry. I have no idea what's going on.
But
yeah,
I can
yeah.
be I can be taught.
It's called I Just Want to Be Down.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
it's
true.
dope though, because
Yeah.
I just want to get down or want to be down will help you out for the rest of your life, and you'll stumble
Yeah.
into scenarios that actually be
That's
really
true.
good for
Just
you.
not with us.
But
Just not now.
but not in this professional establishment.
So
Our cameraman agrees, by the way.
yeah.
he's nodding his head in agreement right now.
And our producer, yeah, we're good. All right.
Thumbs up. And we need a guy who checks the interwebs when we're talking.
We do need that actually.
Yeah. And does anybody know how to Google?
As long as they're
No,
not
but I can learn.
as long as they're not in here, they can't be here with us.
Yeah.
They can project.
What, are we going to put him in the hallway?
Yeah. Gotta keep this earpiece in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you guys want to talk about today?
I don't know. I can tell that caffeine's kicking in, though. I'm pretty tired myself.
Oh fuck yeah, it's kicking in.
White Claws.
I got to wake up.
I actually stopped drinking caffeine for a little while.
We can talk about Scoop about to scrap at a bar.
We can talk about that. Yep. Yeah.
Wait, so you're back on the caffeine?
I'm back on the caffeine.
For good, or-
What prompted this?
Okay. So I
Getting off the cocaine.
did I ever talk? Yeah. Did I ever talk about that I went to the hospital? I was like having heart palpitations. I don't know on the show.
We've talked about it, but I don't know if
Yeah.
you've done it
Yeah.
on the show. Yeah.
Anyway, I had to go to the hospital a couple of times of having heart palpitations.
Pussy.
But so I was just peeling stuff out of my like diet, and I was like, maybe I got anxiety. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because every time I go, I was like, oh, I'm dead. Like, I got 20 minutes.
I mean,
And-
how fast are you talking? Like, what was your heart rate up to?
It wasn't super quick, but my heart
Just
would
weird?
be beating so hard and abnormly that you could see it. If I was just standing there,
Okay, that would freak
you could
me
see
the
my
fuck
chest
out.
like
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
all weird.
Like it's a cartoon when they fall in love.
Yeah. It was really weird, yeah. But then I would go to the hospital, and when you have a heart thing, they immediately send you right in, like you don't wait. So if you have any issues, like
Yeah.
my heart hurts, help. You sprained an ankle, the line's long. You're like, my heart.
Got your life alert.
See the dude that's on fire, like, damn, I've been here for 20 minutes already. God damn.
My heart. But yeah, so I go back there, and they always they would do a bunch of blood tests because I've done it 3 times now. So they do a bunch of blood tests.
Yeah, I've done it at least once myself.
And they make sure you're not having a stroke or you're
Yeah.
not. And they have all these like markers. So I've been good every single time. I've been good with all that. They're like, everything looks fine.
They do the EKG too.
EKG, like everything's fine. You just have, I forget what it's called. AFib? Yeah.
AFib.
Afibrillation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so it has to be something I'm doing or like diet or whatever.
Yeah.
So at first I cut out caffeine because that's the obvious
Mhm.
culprit. But then I've been using one of those little jewels, like basically for a while. Nicotine, but I brought it all the way down to the lowest level. It's not an actual jewel. It's another, knockoff shit. But I brought it down to like the lowest possible level, and I don't smoke it all day. I was like, there's no way it's that. So then like 2 weeks ago, I was like, all right, I'll stop doing that too. I don't want to die. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
universe, I get it. All right.
And then stop that. It went away right away.
Really? So
And then I was like, all right, let me figure this out. Maybe I missed something. And I was like, let me get back on caffeine because I've
to
always
see
had
if
a lot
it
of
was
caffeine.
yeah.
Not a single issue, and I've been going
Well,
hard in the paint.
Isn't like the amount you smoke with a Juul or one of the knockoffs or whatever? It's like an insane amount of nicotine, even compared to like a cigarette.
Yeah. But I went down basically as low as you can get.
But I think even with that,
Even
it's
with
like an
that.
insane amount.
That's still a full pack of Newports.
Yeah.
Wait, but when you were having the problems initially, you weren't using the Juul then, were you? I know you were vaping, but
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
You were?
Yeah.
Smoking that World Star, man.
But it wasn't every day though. It's not like I would, every single day I'd have heartburn. It would just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it was hard to nail it down.
Well, when you're doing that and having a Trenta fucking black coffee
yeah.
and allegedly doing cocaine as well.
and other extracurriculars.
I would never do such a drug in my entire life.
True.
I have only heard of this alleged drug you call cocaine.
I would never touch that.
No.
I'm an old man with a heart problem.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
back to this fight at the bar.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So wait, we went on a pub crawl.
Yeah.
Alex and I with a bunch of other people.
We've talked about it on the show before.
It was
It's the
just
Hender
us bar.
Crawl.
Yeah. We went on a pub crawl.
Yeah, aka drinking. So we were at this place called Open Bar, which is kind of like it's divey.
Seedy.
It's seedy. But it's in PB, so it's not like it's not like you're dealing with like Hell's Angels or anything like that. Yeah, there might be a few. There might be a few. Yeah.
They like old school hip hop too,
Yeah. The music is good there actually, most of the time. They played the '90s hits. So we were outside, and this big ass dude he picked you out of the group that was out there,
Yeah.
and he
walked up.
Yeah, we were talking to some other random people, and he
he tried to get in. All right, hold on. So I forgot about this. So I ran into a buddy of mine who's about my size, right? And he was with a bunch of other gorillas. So we were standing in the corner, and we were just joking, and we're making the Big Dude Coalition or something. We were just saying that and joking, and we'll take shots and then come back to the Big Dude Coalition, But this guy walked by, and he was probably bigger than all of us, and he tries to get in, and we're like, oh, hold on. Where's the invite? So that was the first time I saw him, but it wasn't confrontational though, so I don't really know.
You were joking?
Yeah, totally. You can't get in here.
Hey, where's your BDC card?
Yeah. So yeah, and then when some girl is basically running from that guy.
Well, that was later. So
was that later?
Yeah. So first we were outside on the patio, and this dude came up and was just kept trying to talk about how he was gonna give Scoop a stone cold stunner.
Yeah.
It didn't make it. It came out of left field. It had nothing to do with what anybody was talking about.
There was a threat in there too somewhere.
Yeah.
Then, I kind of took a step back to get out of his direct line of sight because he was standing right next to me. And I was like, I'm gonna take because I just wanted to look him down, see what is he doing?
Yeah.
Is he have fists or what is going on?
That dude was so soft.
Yeah, but okay, it doesn't matter.
Well,
if you
no,
catch
no,
one
no.
of the chin.
No, I'm not. From left tackle.
Even Steve Urkel can knock a motherfucker out.
Well, no, but that's the kind of dude who's definitely soft as fuck. The guy who acts like that.
Anyone running around trying to start fights is probably not.
Yeah, he's used to intimidating people. Is
Probably.
what it is. But yeah, so me and Scoop are just okay, and we're just kind of trying to slowly walk away. All right, this guy is gonna fucking start some shit at some point.
Yeah.
And then we're on the dance floor, and he starts creeping some tall chick.
Yeah. It was really weird because the girl runs. We're all kind of hanging out and dancing. The girl ran across me and then to the other side of me, and then he's stopped, and then she starts talking to me like we know each other. I don't really know what's going on, and then I put it together. Because he just, face
you again.
It was totally if it was a back alley, you'd be mine. That's the face. That's the face he was giving this chick.
Really weird. Yeah, and then she's just talking to me and I was like, oh, hey, how's it going, sweetie? I just started, that's my girl. I don't fucking know. And then he kind of fucked off. But that interaction was really, I don't know, really uncomfortable.
That's scary.
Well, yeah, and then we were like, all right, well, if you want to hang out with us for a little bit while this dude tries to follow you or whatever, let's just go to the bar and I'll grab a drink. And then he grabbed her. Yeah. As we were walking back to the bar, he grabbed her and tried to it was his girl.
Yeah.
That was the craziest part. That dude was literally treating this chick like he was dating her.
It's so weird too because I don't want anything to do with your fights or anything.
Yeah, especially over a girl.
But I'll help out a little bit.
Yeah.
If the guy's what bit, I'm you won, bro, you got it. I'll walk away. It's all you won. But if I just got to stand there.
Yeah, if you're just getting in the way, if you're just blocking,
Yeah. I mean, luckily nothing ended up happening. He was making me really uncomfortable though.
Yeah. But like what dude doesn't I mean I know when you're drunk you don't really know what's going on, but like not taking the cue when like a chick is running away from you, like that's fucking crazy. That's wild.
Dude, I hear stories like that all the time though. Like dudes that just won't fucking quit at all, whether it's in fucking the DMs, whether it's in fucking real life, whether it's at a bar, they just don't. They're just relentless, dude. They don't fucking stop.
Because sometimes it works. I mean, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have enough confidence to be like.
But we've talked
You know,
about
just
that.
keep
Does it
going.
work though? Like those dudes who, let's say, DM a chick 150 times, it's not working for them.
No,
I know
yeah.
it's not.
I feel like it's sometimes it can work.
I've always thought that myself, but still have yet to encounter a chick that was like, yeah. So after number 151, I finally was like, okay, we could go out. You know.
So I always thought that like the mentality behind a lot of that persistence was that it eventually works. But like I was thinking about, I've sort of readjusted what I think about why guys send dick pics, and I think it has a lot to do with like some dudes just like the humiliation.
I agree with that.
Like I don't think they send a dick pic thinking like, oh, this chick is gonna like want to fuck me after she sees my dick. I think it's like either like a combination of like insecurity and humiliation, or they just want like to be humiliated and expose themselves. And that's kind of like what the trench coat flasher is, right? Isn't that sort of the need to like humiliate yourself?
Yeah.
I have a female friend who she has gotten paid by one dude in particular to send him like texts that basically read "fuck you, fuck off, you're a piece."
Yeah.
He pays her to text him this.
Dude, it's all over.
Pays her.
That shit is all over Pornhub. Fucking like all
Dude,
like the humiliation
I think the
stuff.
humiliation thing is way more significant than most people realize.
Bro,
Yeah.
pay me, I'll punk you.
That's what I said. I'm
Hey,
like,
pull out that baby dick.
I'll come to your job. I'll come to the fucking gym. I'll slash your tires. What you need?
Hey, what about that service? A crazy ex-girlfriend service.
hey, if someone will pay for it, dude.
Honestly,
Somewhere, someone would pay for
the
it.
crazy ex-girlfriend service would probably get you laid by other women.
Like
Maybe.
out of sympathy?
No, not out of
Maybe?
sympathy, being like, oh man, like this chick is crazy about him. Like he's probably a good fuck or something. Like it's just like we talk about with when you have a girlfriend and then you break up and you're single again. All of a sudden, girls come out of the woodworks and they're like, oh, like your girlfriend was cute, like,
Yeah.
and they try to slide into the DMs.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I want to fuck a hot chick is so I can fuck more hot chicks.
Yeah.
And just show that I can fuck hot chicks.
Yeah.
So then it trickles down to more hot chicks.
It's like stocks.
Well, because then they wonder.
Stonks, yeah.
Then they wonder. They're like, wait, she's really fucking hot. That guy must have good dick game.
It is true though, because when you go cold, they can just smell the desperation on you.
Yeah.
Your pheromones are just like, this dude hasn't fucked in like a month.
You're leaking semen.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bradley's wet spot on his jeans.
Hey.
Now we know why Bradley
I
wears a
find
bunch
that
of
shit
black
offensive.
black shorts.
Yeah, it disguises the fact that I have a leaky dick.
Ugh.
But you've never been. None of you guys have ever been the guy to like follow a chick around the bar.
No.
Nothing like that.
No,
I don't
no.
even think I know anyone. I've certainly never seen like one of my friends pull that maneuver.
I've never been like the grab ass type at the bar, or like the follow chick around the bar.
I really don't try at all. I just be like, whatever.
Well, you're DJing most of the
Yeah,
time. so-
that's true too.
Well, you've
Dom
also
gets out of the DJ booth, starts following some chick around.
you've also realized that apathy is the key to getting laid, not fucking attention.
Yeah, that's true too. You don't
Yeah.
think so, Scoop? You kind of going back and forth.
I mean, there's so many keys to getting laid.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that if you give off the vibe that you really don't care if you get laid or not, that's the best thing to work in your favor.
Scoop's out here working on his Shakespeare sonnets.
Oh yeah, I'm following chicks, buying roses.
Yeah, I've never done that. Definitely never done that.
Buying the rose from the chick at PB.
Yeah, who is paying these people?
I seen people do that shit.
That lady has been selling roses ever since I've lived out here.
Yeah, same chick.
Yeah.
And the same one downtown.
They probably make good money.
She's
bro.
probably retired.
sure.
She's got 6-figure fucking income
and
from
she's
that.
stealing those roses from people's yards in PB.
Racist!
I mean, that's a decent idea, actually.
What, to steal roses?
Yeah, steal roses and just sell them. What does she charge? $5 a rose, something like
think
that.
so.
I don't know.
I thought it was more than that.
No, there's no way it's more. than
Inflation? It's
Well,
gone
I
up.
thought they were like $20 a pop or something.
No, wait, for one single fucking rose?
That's what I always thought. I
if
don't know.
she's charging 20 and getting that, then we're in the wrong business.
But think about who you're talking to. You're talking to fucking idiots that
Yeah.
are drunk.
Trying to get laid.
Yeah, I mean, dude, a pedicab. I don't know. I mean, people that are listening aren't from San Diego. We have these things here called pedicabs, and they are basically bicycles that have little like rickshaw things. Like
that are driven by Brazilians and Irish people.
I've seen some hot ass fucking
thick Russian
pedicab
chicks.
drivers.
Yeah. Well, they got the thighs, yeah.
But so they ride around downtown, but it's so fucking expensive. They've tried to scam me more than once. I'm like, bro, I live here. I was saying that to the guy. There were people from out of town here, and I was like, bro, I live here. We went a block and a half. He's like $40.
Fuck you.
And I was like,
fuck up.
we were basically went from a couple blocks from bootlegger to bootlegger, and then he was trying to pretend like this was all over down. I'm like, bro, I live here. It's like, we're not giving you $40. And my girlfriend's like, $20 or nothing. I'm walking away. He's like, I'm gonna call the cops. She's like, call the cops.
Yeah.
Like, go, bro. This is extortion.
Citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like the new fucking yellow cabs, basically.
I mean, kinda. Yeah.
If you passed out in a yellow cab, those motherfuckers would drive you all around.
I'm glad they're out of business. I
know.
hate them.
Yeah.
I don't care. This is not a racial thing. I don't care who the driver was.
It's just the business way it works.
the worst fucking business on the face of the planet forever.
They were scheming people for real.
Always, they're never fucking nice. They're always doing weird shit.
They are
Late.
assholes.
They're always doing their telemarketing while you're driving, like doing their sales calls and shit. And you're like, bro,
And sometimes
you want to focus?
When you call for one, they'll stop, roll down their window, ask you where you're going, kind of calculate it, like, that's not far enough, and then take
I've
off.
had that
Dude,
happen.
my ex told me this. One of the smartest things she ever told me was don't ever ask them if they accept credit card. She's like, legally they have to. They have it on their window. Yep. It's illegal for them to because they are in contract with Visa and MasterCard and all of those companies. They legally can't deny you the payment.
Yep.
But if you ask them up front, they're like, oh no, it's broken. It's broken.
No, cash.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck them. I'm glad they're out of service.
Yeah.
One of those exact same thing. I fucking I got a cab from downtown home, and I get out of there. Or I'm starting to get out, and I just handed my card, and he's like, "No, it's cash only." And I was like, "Sorry, bro." Like, I don't have cash, so unless you want to turn it off, and we can go down to 7-Eleven that was right there. I was like, "You're not getting anything."
That's
He's
fair.
like, and he's just all, "Get out."
Yeah.
He didn't even take it.
No, he didn't even want to argue. Well, I was pretty stern about it. I was also.
Well, no, I've done the exact same thing, and then the dude told me the machine was broken, and I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'm gonna just get out then. This is my place. I was like, you have to take the card. I was like, if that machine's broken, you have the little slide, the carbon copy one,
the manual.
the manual one. So I was like, you can use that if you want. He's like, well, no, what's your bank? I can take you to the ATM. I was like, I'm not going to an ATM at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So they don't run criminal background checks on this motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
He's probably gonna rob you. So he's gonna rob you twice. Once for the ride, and then he's gonna take out your max.
You go up there and he puts a gun to the back of your head and he's like, take out everything you got.
$400, my friend.
my friend.
But yeah, so then the dudes, and I was with my ex at the time, and she was already passed out, so I was like literally like having to carry her from the fucking cab to my place, and so and I was like, all right, well, it's up to you. I was like, you're gonna let me go inside, or you're gonna let me pay with your card? Like, that's entirely up to you. And he goes. And then he just reaches his arm back and fucking pulls the machine up. Yeah. Because the screen was literally just bent down.
Yeah.
And he just pulls it up and it's working just fine. You fucking dick.
Yeah.
Why do they not want to run cards?
Because they lose money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know that whole.
Because they
cash
get
is
charged.
king thing.
Yeah, they probably get charged
2% or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
Well,
Not
and
that serious.
they're probably also scamming too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
cash, they can keep that off the books.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
skimming some off the top
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, and I'm sure they can roll those machines back or something.
Yep.
Because, they all have them at those big, places.
yeah.
They can probably roll the machine back so they,
Mhm.
they give less to the government.
Yeah.
And here they are charging me all this fucking money, the tax man I'm talking about. And what about them? They're scheming.
Yeah, straight scheming.
Go after them.
Yeah. I remember my cab was like $12. I only had like 6. And I was like, hey, man, like, I'm just going to go inside real quick and I'll get you some more cash. He's like, all right. I went inside there. Okay.
That's why they're such assholes, because the motherfuckers like you.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
true.
Like, this is like 10 rides later where I already didn't like them anymore. So I was like, fuck y'all. I'm getting it. It's about time I get mine.
That's the reason why in New York, black people always have trouble getting picked up. But
I mean, I've definitely I pulled a runner many years ago.
we're just
On a cab?
hopping fences and shit.
No, with a cab stop, and we were pretty much out where we were supposed to be, and we're just like, let's get out.
Damn, that's brutal.
I mean, so I get why they're upset, but again, not my problem.
Dude, do you know how much they charge you? Like, even Uber does the same. If you puke in a fucking in a
It's
car,
a lot of money.
yeah, it's like $350.
Fair though.
Yeah, if it's my car, I'm charging 1,000. Fuck you. You're not
'cause,
vomiting in my truck.
it's hazmat. They got to fucking take it out of commission for the night and then go put it through the the deep
I
clean
think
or
it's fair,
whatever.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I think it is like $300 something. I don't even think
I
that's
think it's
enough.
like 150 or 200.
That's not enough.
Any amount is not enough.
Got to go up. Dealing with somebody's throw up.
Yeah.
That's
Not
the
to mention, you
worst.
know how hard it is to get that smell out of your fucking car?
Yep. And it's your personal car. So
Yeah.
they just threw up in your fucking minivan. You took 8 people to an orgy.
You gotta take your kids to fucking school the next day. They're shitting and vomiting all over the fucking minivan.
And there was that one day we were doing a show at back when we were at Bradley's, and Dawn was talking about getting an Uber with like who was smoking cigarettes in the ride, an Uber driver.
Oh yeah. When I was in North Carolina,
Yeah.
I always be doing weird shit over there.
Literally, immediately after I order an Uber, and it's like the shittiest fucking minivan from like the early '90s, and I don't even know how the fucking Uber is allowing this thing to drive. And this dude's got Newports in his like whatever it is, the console in the middle, and you could just smell the fucking smoke, and he was just smoking in his fucking.
He was smoking in the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bro, let me get weird. I remember, when I was in North Carolina, and I guess the California thing to do is sit in the back, but I'll open up the back door. He's like, no, man, sit up front. I was like,
No, man. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
See, I'm old school, man. I still sit in front. I talk to fucking anytime.
I don't like talking.
I
to
always
people.
talk.
Bradley's getting that low Uber rating for not shutting the fuck up.
Nah, if they're not friendly, I'm not gonna fucking talk to them. But yeah, I mean, just to be civil, I'll be like,
You ever
hey,
seen
what's
a
up?
leaking dick?
Yeah.
You ever see a 40-year-old man with a leaky dick and busted knees?
The worst is like inevitably when you start talking to an Uber driver, you're gonna get into like what their real hustle is.
Yeah.
Like,
Half
oh,
the time I feel like they're lying though.
I know. This one dude's like, yeah, I'm a producer. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You mean you make beats with Fruity Loops?
Yeah. I mean, half the time I'm lying. But I bet you there are some that were not lying.
Yeah.
And like they were legit, like just in between something.
Lil
or,
Nas
like,
X.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't make that much money driving for Uber, though, do you?
I don't feel like you make any money.
Everything I've read about it is like it's not worth the damage or the fucking wear and tear on your vehicle.
Well, you can do like the rentals and shit. So like they have like programs where you can
No,
go
I
through
know.
like
I
Hertz
still
or
don't.
whatever.
I've never read anything where anyone's really said, yeah, it's worth.
I mean, you can make money, but it's like you gotta hustle. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do like 2 rides and that's it.
You make money selling crack too.
Yeah, you
Do
can.
both.
What about putting like some drugs inside the rose? And you charge $50 a rose,
Ooh.
and people are like, man, that rose lady charges so much, but you're.
Wasn't there a
Isn't-
guy
isn't-
selling weed through Popeyes? Isn't
What?
this a story?
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I did.
That's
I
why
heard-
it's so good.
Yeah, he was selling weed through the drive-through at Popeyes. Like the whole store's got to be in on that.
Like there's a secret word, and then he throws a fucking sack in there with it.
Well, if you're working the window and you're working the drive-through, then you would just they would just be the secret word, and you would just know what it is.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, yeah, and you just throw a set.
and then tosses his mixtape in
All
there
right.
too.
Yeah, this is changing my whole perspective on that chicken sandwich.
And
I know, mine too.
what is the deal with that? So I keep seeing it, but I don't really know what the fuck.
I have no idea. I see it.
I just
again.
know Chick-fil-A had a chicken sandwich. I don't even want to be the spokesman for this because I'm black and
Right
Go ahead,
there.
Alex. Take it away.
So yeah, I don't even. They basically like launched their chicken sandwich to compete with Chick-fil-A, and there was all this hype around it. But I think it was just guerrilla marketing.
Has to be right.
Yeah, like all
Yeah, 'cause it's a
you do is
fucking
you
sandwich.
you just insert a bunch of fucking memes with your marketing team into the fucking internet. You get enough fucking people to pick up on them, and then it's just self-perpetuating kind of.
Yeah. I think if you get a couple going that are pretty funny, they'll get shared enough to where it might start something.
And then I already know how you can do it. Like you could use various websites to insert them into those areas.
Imager and shit.
Yeah, and if you just get enough people on your marketing team, enough accounts doing it, upvoting them, manipulate the fucking algorithms. All it takes is just one or two to pop off, and then all of a sudden, all these pages on Instagram are picking them up, and they just it's like White Claw.
Yeah.
Hey, stop it.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know.
He's looking
Damn critters. The fucking critters.
She left the
She
ghost
left
here.
fucking critters.
That's not even funny. Hey,
Katie left the
Stop
ghost
barking.
here.
Yeah,
that's not even funny,
Oh,
Dom.
if you listen to our last show, Katie brought in the critters.
Demons in a bottle. Shit, man.
Demons on deck.
That's not even. Don't fuck around with that shit.
What's for? I mean, it's 3 of you guys too, so I'm not as scared. That feels be by myself.
What if you suddenly wake up from a little nap and you are by yourself and you don't even know what time it is? And
What year it is?
Yeah, you've been here for hours. You have no idea. You thought we were doing a show.
Like Rip Van
None of this shit
Winkle?
was here.
What if none of us even existed when you woke up and
Yeah.
you were asking around like who? Like, where's Scoop? Where's Alex? Where's Bradley? And they're like, who?
Oh shit! Do I still got my Ferrari?
Nope, Ferrari's gone.
Ferrari's gone.
You got my Prius.
Oh shit, man.
As long as I got something to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we need to get Dom to stay in the haunted hotel room at the Hotel Del for an episode.
So the Patreon is going. If you
We haven't promoted that.
Yeah, we didn't
this
talk about
episode.
this morning, but
Yep.
earlier. But the Patreon's going. There are 6 or 7 levels now. There's something for everybody. So we're gonna do a private live stream for the Patreon next week. There's a bunch of t-shirt stuff that you can do, monthly t-shirt. The memes are on there. Anyway, once that hits a little bit, we're gonna start using that money to do cool shit. And I think one of the fun things we should do is go to a haunted place in San Diego.
Yeah.
And take someone that'll film for us.
Yep.
And we'll just go fuck around for like 20-30 minutes,
Dom, you good?
an hour. It'd be like an 8-minute video. I'll put it on YouTube.
Fuck you. You're going.
Just real quick.
me.
You won't even do the Hotel Del. I mean, that's like 5-star resort.
You could wear the tinfoil critter hat.
Yeah. Hey, I will personally buy.
I got my critter suit on.
Critter blockers.
he's got that lead suit from the X-ray thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's my critter suit. Fuck off.
I will personally buy all your drinks at the bar for the day at the hotel.
We could go to Old Town and get fucked up and then walk over to the cemeteries later on.
Y'all are getting super ridiculous.
My
with
old
this shit.
roommate got head in that cemetery.
Really? The
I
one
was
in
there.
Old Town?
I was sucking the dick.
I think it's called Skull when you get in the cemetery.
There was an old. I'll tell that story in a second. But there was an old. It was like this. My buddy. I don't even know where it came. I think it's from a song, but we used to call head Scully Molders. You know.
Yeah. From X-Files?
Yeah, X-Files. Yeah, I was out with my roommate. We were drinking, after work one day, and this girl, he met her on fucking Craigslist. This was a while ago. You get the time frame here. Met her on Craigslist, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go for a walk," and then I was with somebody else. I'm like, "Oh, let's go see where they're going," And then they walk in the cemetery. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna take a little peek," and then I see you.
Was he
Thumbs
like
up.
leaning on a tombstone?
Yep. And there's, I guess there's a little corner over there getting head, and then we scurried back and got more margaritas. Oh, this is hilarious! And they came back like nothing happened.
That was the first date?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
off
good,
Craigslist.
Good for her.
Did they get married?
No, they did not get married, but we. Yeah. I think that's too far. I got slow down.
Say less. Say less.
Pump the brakes.
A little bit too much caffeine here. Starting to sweat.
I do know a guy who was in the Air Force who would like meet up with chicks on Craigslist, and one of them had him wear a diaper and do like infant
Infant talk.
Yeah, like infantilism or some shit like that. Infantilism, yeah, something like that. But yeah, like literally, like had him put like an adult diaper on, and like was like feeding him like out of a bottle and shit like that.
Yeah, they like you're supposed to be like Baba and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Talk like an infant.
Was he shitting himself too?
I would if I was. I mean, you gotta go. I would want some chick to be wiping my ass with my legs just up, just.
It seems like so much work, though.
Start pissing.
What, to shoot yourself?
No, it's just this whole baby thing. You gotta
I agree.
go find fucking
No,
diapers.
that's what I'm
Depends.
Oh, you gotta.
Are you talking about having an actual kid or like the fetish?
That too.
Both.
I just mean any fetish where you gotta go do shit. Like I've seen the chicks that have the rope stuff,
Yep.
and I'm like, dude,
Shibari?
Yeah.
yeah, but you gotta learn all this rope
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Where do you learn this?
And Boy Scouts aren't getting laid. Those are the ones that know how to tie the fucking knots.
I mean, some of them look very complicated.
oh yeah.
When
They
like
are.
the titties are tied up and
Yeah.
they're all purple and shit.
Yeah, and I don't want to see a purple titty.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't want to see purple titties.
Yeah.
I'll tie a chick up. I have tied a chick up, but not like that, obviously.
And just leave her there.
Yeah, just leave it for the month.
That's like a whole separate art, though. You know, knowing how to tie all that shit.
Yeah, because
Shibari and
if
whatnot?
you find the chick that'll do that and you know how to do it,
Yeah, marry her.
I mean, it's just two worlds collide.
Do you know how
Right?
difficult it is to shit your pants? Do you know? Like, I had friends in college, and that was their goal. They took a bunch of psyllium powder, and they got drunk and ran around in diapers all day, and neither one of them could even pull the trigger.
I've shit my pants just
yeah.
living.
Yeah, seriously. What do you
No,
mean?
but that's what I'm saying. Accidentally, it's possible, and you're actually
Well,
trying
there's a
to shit your pants.
there's a mental
exactly,
barrier.
because you're not supposed to. Yeah.
Have you ever like pissed yourself intentionally?
I don't know where. I mean, in the pool.
No.
Oh yeah.
Other than being in water, no. I've never pissed myself. Like sitting here, I don't even know if it would be difficult to do.
I was down here visiting my brother when I was like 17 years old, and I drove down with a few of his friends who were still living back home, and we went to the beach. And so we have been drinking like all morning, so everybody's already little drunk. And we go to the beach. We're in the parking lot in Mission Beach, so we're still like 50 feet away from the actual sand, and there's people walking all the way around. Groups of girls walking back and forth. And my boy he's in his board shorts, and he just starts pissing in the fucking parking lot. And this group of girls are walking by, and they're like, oh my God. And they start running away. And we're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be in the water anyway. We're like, yeah, go in the fucking water. Don't just do it in the fucking parking lot.
It is funny, though, the line that it's okay if you walk 50 yards that way and piss, but if you piss here, it's like, no, that's a felony.
Well, yeah, it's the difference between like peeing in the pool and like standing on the edge and pissing into it.
Yep, exactly.
And he's definitely somebody's story forever. That's what I always find so funny. Like, I wonder how many stories of people I don't know. They're like, oh, I saw this guy, whatever.
Oh, yeah. There are probably photos of me on people's social media from like when I was in Vegas, like wearing nothing but a G-string and a bow tie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's somebody who like took a picture and posted like, oh, that's so funny. And then like now I'm just got my balls out on some like random photo.
Yeah, I always wonder about that.
Like Orlando Bloom's fucking ATM or debit card.
Yeah.
That was genius.
What happened with that?
He managed to actually get, how those companies you can put like your own photo or logo on your ATM or your debit card? Yeah, well, he managed to sneak in a photo of him. It's like a group photo, and he's fucking got his dick out, and they didn't catch it. And he actually got, Visa or MasterCard, whomever, to print the card.
It's probably still up on Facebook too, the picture.
Yeah.
Because it's like so zoomed out, and
you can't tell unless you really focus on it.
Yeah, he just like pulled his dick out over his like Peter Pan costume. So like it's just over the fucking thing.
I ran into his ex-girlfriend on Sunday.
Imagine she has some stories.
Yeah, it was really awkward because so I was I live in a big apartment complex. I was just at the pool hanging out, and then I see a friend of a friend, and then we start talking. I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, we're at this house, just having drinks and eating food. He's like, come over. And I was with some other people, and then so I brought my little party, quote unquote, over there. And then I was sitting on the couch talking to the guy I know. And the girl walks in, and I'm like, I know that chick from somewhere. And it's always so hard to like place it. I'm like, I might know her from the internet. I might know her from the bars. I might know her. I might have fucked that chick. I got no idea where I know this chick from. Anyway, then she sat next to me, and I was like, don't I know you? And she's like, yeah, I'm so and so. Oh shit! And I was like, where is? And I said his name.
Yeah.
And she was like,
oh yeah, there was a big falling out in that one.
The friend was like, or the friend I know was like, whoa, no.
There was like some violence with family members. There was all kinds of shit. I don't want to go into detail.
We'll put that on the Patreon.
Yeah.
That caffeine's hitting.
Yeah.
That better buzz coffee.
Yeah, that was when I heard that story, because I ran into him and I hadn't seen him in a while. And there was a scar on his jawline. And
so there was like real violence.
Yeah, there was some real violence.
And it was, I mean, you don't have to get too far, but just enough to wet the beak. Did you think she hit him?
No, it was a sibling and him.
Like her sibling?
Yeah.
Like he got to fight with her brother or some shit?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
That is amazing.
That's like some fantastic white trash shit.
Oh, it is. That's trailer park shit for sure.
This is why I don't date a girl that's from where I'm from, like where I live.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with family.
Yeah, like her dad shows up talking shit like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
You gonna catch these hands, old man?
That's when you knock him out of the bar, his old ass, and you start, I told her I didn't want to do this.
I don't want to do this. You made me do this. Take another sip.
Yo, speaking of old man getting knocked out and shit. Hey, did you guys hear about Conor McGregor? Yeah. He had his bar that was wherever the fuck he's from.
Ireland.
Yeah, and he freaking bought a round of shots for the whole bar. And this old ass man, he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want your freaking liquor." And he freaking knocked him out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking
it happened in March, I guess. But yeah,
and it's just now coming out.
Their videotape came out.
Yeah, the video just came out.
Like the security footage at the bar.
And at first it didn't look like he hit him that hard, but after you watch it, like you see, if you see it like not on your phone or something, and if you look at it, he's like, you hit him pretty hard.
How old is it? I mean, we're talking like an 80-year-old man?
This
Or?
dude was like a cool 60 plus.
At least 60, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just
he cracked him.
Sucker punched him?
Yeah, and like they
From
I
like
guess,
behind. Like,
yeah, it looked like he was promoting maybe his whiskey or something. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like he had a bottle when he walked in. Like that's, by the way, that's some baller.
yeah, that's
shit.
some aggressive marketing.
You think White Claw
You don't want to drink, you catch these hands.
He's just dink, 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 dink. And what's security gonna say?
Yeah, that's real guerrilla marketing right there.
Talking about guerrilla marketing for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, then there's everyone gets a shot, and
Yeah.
I would say there's only within like the screen, or on the camera, there's only 8 people. Like, it's not like some packed bar. And yeah, then it goes around. The guy's just like, no, I'm good. I mean, you can't really tell what he says, but that's what it seems like.
Like, no, thank you, I'm good right now.
Pretty much, he didn't take the shot, and then and then there's a little exchange of words, and bink.
In all fairness, in Ireland, it's pretty rude to turn down a drink.
I mean, it's rude here too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're drinking white
I've
all
been
day,
sober for 10 years. Sorry, motherfucker.
Hey, not my problem.
Yeah. Wait, so what happened to him? He went to jail, or is it just a lawsuit? Like, what's the deal?
I think there's a lawsuit and he went
Yeah.
to jail, right?
No, well, he didn't go to jail for that, but there was a lawsuit though.
That's assault, brother.
Yeah, no joke.
Is he going to lose all his money or what?
I think
He's
so.
making too much money. He's making too much.
You
money.
think so? Because
That-
he's running into fucking legal problems left and right.
That Proper Whiskey, which he's a majority owner, they're saying it's $1 billion company already,
Really?
and that's without even the fight stuff. The whiskey companies, it's like I'm sure White Claw they probably sold like $2 billion in fucking. It's probably like $2 billion revenue this year just from memes from us. We need money.
Yeah.
We need fucking money.
So, some girl I went on a date with the other day, she messaged me because I reposted one of the White Claw ones you posted, and she messaged me, she's like, "Are you guys getting paid for this?" I was like, "No, we should be."
A couple people in their DMs, they like send me pictures like, yeah, man, I got some White Claws because of you guys. I'm like, we're not even getting paid for this.
Yeah.
There was a whole if anyone's on our Discord, there was a whole conversation about White Claws on our Discord, and everyone was sending photos of White Claw. Like I have them right now.
Well, yeah, I was. I had a friend who was in town who hadn't had any yet, and I was like, what's funny about this is like I started out drinking it ironically, and now I'm just drinking it. Like, it's not even like to be funny or cute anymore. Now it's just like, oh, whatever, I'll just drink some.
That's
It's a
life.
choice.
Yeah, right.
That's life. I went to the gym ironically.
Yeah. Now I'm swole.
I thought you were gonna say I went to the gym and drank White Claws there on the treadmill.
I mean, that's gonna be the next for IG models.
I mean, it probably already happened.
Yeah.
Somebody's done that.
Dude,
Yo,
my brother's before he moved out into the beach area, he went to like that super expensive gym in downtown San Diego where where all like the IG
Fit.
where all the IG models go in downtown. And he was like, they always had like a guy with them who was taking photos. He's like, they wouldn't even work out. They would like go there like full makeup just to like do a few reps and take a few photos.
I mean, that's business.
I know, right?
I mean, everyone hates on them. I don't know why.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
not you. No.
yeah.
But like everyone's like, fuck those chicks. I'm like,
Yeah, they're making money.
Who
Yeah.
cares? Why are you mad?
I just get mad because I want to do that and I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can swing that dick around.
Jerk that dick,
What if
boy.
like 6 months from now, Bradley's just roided out?
Yeah, I mean the guys probably make more. The guys that are super swole, they probably make more money than the girls because there's less of them.
And guys spend a ton of money on fitness shit.
Ton of money on supplements and shit like that.
I mean,
Guys get like really weird like around like men's bodies when they become like super into working out.
Yeah,
They're
really.
like super into it, like checking to the guys, those fucking nice calves. Like
yeah, for real.
Scoop, you got
like
some fucking
Scoops?
nice calves.
Yeah, Scoop's got
People
nice
get
calves.
weird.
Yeah.
I remember my roommate. He used to work out like really hard like that, and every time he'd come home, like, you look a little small, bro, and he would get like really mad.
Yeah,
He'd be like, dude, no, come on, bro, come on. And I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And he'd literally be he's like, nah, come on, man, no, I'm not getting small.
Dude, talk about legs. Yo, those are some toothpick legs, dude. You skipping leg day? Come on, they fucking lose their shit.
Yeah. But it's weird though, because all you'd have to say is like, you didn't work out this week, and they're like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
Like, I don't
And I
give a
would
fuck.
shut up.
Or be like, I don't give a fuck what you think.
Well, the weird thing is, it must be because of like vanity or whatever. Like you have to be vain in a way to go like that far to really like care about what your body looks like.
There's a certain level of like,
Yeah, so like you get like super insecure about it, whereas like dudes with me who are just like fucking dad bod, and there's like no insecurity there because that's just you just are what you are.
chilling,
Uh,
chilling,
Yeah.
grilling. White Claw life.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Tom? Yeah.
I watched a documentary with that dude who he's a big, Instagram dude. And but yeah, he like all these injuries. He like snapped his knee. He went from like 270.
Well, he works out and that's his thing.
That's his thing online. Yeah, he's actually really big online. But
like, is he a fitness model? Like he does those competitions and shit too?
But he's done like stuff for Gucci and Calvin Klein. But like he's also an actual bodybuilder though too. He played Arnold Schwarzenegger. He looked just like him. It was kind of scary. But yeah, he snapped his knee up, and it's just so weird seeing this guy going from like 270 down to like 200 pounds in like 8 months.
It's like offensive linemen when they retire from the NFL. Their doctors are like, you got to lose like 100 pounds, and like
it just happens.
Yeah, it just happens. Yeah,
they're not eating anymore.
Yeah, dude, they make them eat all fucking crazy. Like if you ever like saw college football athletes in the fucking cafeteria, they would have to eat like unhealthy amounts of food just to like maintain their weight level.
Yeah, most of them aren't that big naturally.
No, there's no way. Yeah. Speaking of which, dude, I don't know. I mean, I know this is football. We don't ever talk sports here. What do you guys think about Andrew Luck calling it quits?
Yeah, I heard about it. So can you explain that? I don't really know.
He was just tired of doing all the rehab and all that kind of shit. And
has he been injured?
Yeah, he's had a ton of injuries, like shoulder surgeries, shit like that. And
Can you paint the picture of what he means to because I don't really know. Like,
well, I mean,
I know the name,
Andrew Luck was like, top draft pick out of Stanford. He was like the golden boy, future of the NFL type quarterback. Had some good years. I mean, he's only like 30 something, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he had a few years where he just dealt with a bunch of injuries, and then he came back, had a really good season, and then he just like 2 weeks before the season starts this year, just decides to retire.
Just over it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just tired of like doing all the like,
practice.
Practice. Just tired of it. He's like tired of doing all like the rehab and recovery from injuries and surgeries. He's like, I'm just done with it.
I mean, why can't he?
I know. That's like, dude, people are like getting all up in arms. I can't believe somebody would do this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, really, dude? Like, you sit on the couch.
Yeah, I hate sports fans.
Yeah, like,
and eat Cheetos.
Yeah, eat Cheetos.
And
like,
watch other men.
Yeah.
You don't do anything active ever.
Yeah.
This dude's out here just grinding his fucking body into the ground every single day for like, what, like 20 years? Like,
so so I saw something about this. Did he retire basically before a game? Was that like he was gonna play and he's like, nah, I'm good, and just retire?
I don't know if I was drunk as shit at the pub crawl when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like when it sort of like came out. So I don't know what the actual timing was around it.
That's what kind of what it seemed like online from what I was reading, was that he said he wasn't going to play in the game because he wasn't up to it. Like basically not feeling it.
Maybe
and then right after the game, he was just like, I retire. And then he's walking off the field and they're like, boo. I saw them booing and screaming. Fuck you.
Right?
I fucking hate. Go away.
This dude's got CTE already.
Yeah. And the thing that I find so funny is some other dude is just going to replace him. It'll be fine. Calm down.
Yeah, you'll forget about him.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I actually respect it more because, like, dude, those teams, like, abuse and use athletes.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't give a fuck. They run you into the ground and then you're fucking done. And then you're out of the league and the last few years you're making like veterans minimum money just so that way you have enough money to retire. And he's like, fuck this. I've made my money. I've done my work. I'm just going to ride off into the sunset.
Especially football. Jesus Christ.
I fucking hate sports. But I agree with you. I hate sports fans more than I hate sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guys who are at fucking bars when I'm trying to enjoy my whiskey and they're yelling at the fucking televisions. Yep. Sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
Shut your fucking
I would have caught that shit.
I hate
and
that,
turned to me,
dude.
who's your team? I was like,
yeah.
I don't even got one, fam. I ain't gonna lie.
Bitch, I don't have a team. Fuck off.
I made a decision like 4 years ago to stop really. Not that I was a super fan anyway, but like to stop giving a fuck. I still watch a lot of UFC and shit, but I kind of made a decision to stop giving a fuck. And it's weird now when somebody like I still have like 49ers hats, like I'll still go to the game. It's not that serious, but I'm wearing the hat like. So, brother, I was like, honestly, I haven't watched a game in like 2 years, bro. And they get like mad.
They get mad.
They get mad at you.
The worst thing you could ever tell someone is like, dude, I bought the hat because it matches my outfit. So they get offended when I say that.
Yeah, that's like telling a fan of a band who's wearing a band t-shirt.
Yeah.
They're like, what's your favorite song? And they're like, I don't know.
Well,
I just
that's
like
like-
the shirt.
That's like every like millennial girl wearing like a Nirvana shirt. You know?
It's like, it's blasphemy, dude.
Like the Blue Jays. I'm like, yeah, I got blue Jordans on. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
The worst though too is like when you're wearing like for example, like I grew up a Warriors fan, so I have like Warriors hats, Warriors shirts, things like that. and then like people start calling you a bandwagon fan.
Yeah.
And you're like, do you know me? Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? Like, all right, fine, there's bandwagon fans. Who gives a shit? Every team that's good has bandwagon fans.
I never even understood why that was a problem.
I know, right?
Like, oh, they're winning, and now I want to join in on the
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you haven't been there since the fucking day,
Yeah.
man.
You haven't been there with 3 people in the stadium.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You
okay.
weren't there for the low times, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm here for the high
Don't
times.
come
Yeah.
around now, bro. Too late.
Yeah, and you can't stop me. How about that? I'll bandwagon for the rest of my fucking life. You can't stop me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend my whole life being happy. How about that? And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
I'm only gonna bandwagon. Every year I'm gonna change
Every
my
year.
fucking favorite team to whomever's winning.
I'm literally doing that right now, every fucking year, and you can't stop me from being happy. Every single year. The second they win, I've been a fan forever.
Yep. I've loved them since day one. Day one.
It's the equivalent of people who like get mad that like people didn't listen to a band before they got famous.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like calling a bit fucking sellouts. I've been listening to them for so long, and then they fucking got big and
the
sold
sellout
out.
shit is so fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever really seen a sellout. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get where it's coming from. It's stupid, but I do get where it's coming from. But I've never really seen it where it's like, I don't know, like Slayer or something like that. And then they're like on Disney. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it does. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there have been a couple bands that I've encountered over the years where I was like, okay, like basically bands that completely changed their fucking sound in order to like, I don't know,
But
appease
isn't
a different
isn't
audience.
that also like a natural progression?
It can be, but I'm
like
saying there
to,
are some
like to
that,
say Green Day should still be playing like Green Day from the early 90s.
well, I'm just saying there are some bands that like that you'll see them pull a 180, you know,
Yeah.
to try to appeal to fucking, I don't know, millennials or whatever, dude. And even then, I wouldn't consider it selling
That's when,
out.
that's
like,
when they hop
this-
on the Maroon 5 track.
Yeah, like this is your job. You know, you're here to fucking make money. It's
Yeah.
Maroon
anything.
5 goes hard. I don't care what anybody says.
That's a T-shirt. Maroon 5 goes
Fucking
hard.
Hit me in the. I know the comments are kind of.
Oh, you're gonna get blasted for that
I
one.
bandwagon that shit too.
And also, Nickelback isn't that bad.
Yeah, Nickelback. I mean, not the best, not the worst.
Yeah.
But people act like it's that they're bandwagoning that shit.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? U2, awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind you too.
I never understood why people hate on fucking U2 so much.
Bono's a douche.
Yeah, he is a douche.
I don't know him that well,
But-
you know, but
Their music,
Yeah, the music's fine.
their music's gonna be fucking significant for the rest of time.
the reason why I hated U2 for a couple of years is because when I got the iPhone 6,
Oh yeah. No, I
It was
agree with
on
you.
there?
I agree with you.
and I don't have music on my phone.
Yep,
and
100%.
so every
Yep.
single time I
Yep.
would turn on my car, it plays U2.
Yeah.
Even if I was
What
playing,
song was it?
Dude, it would
It was
change.
that album, the
Yeah.
one that they automatically put on the fucking iTunes.
And then you could delete it, and then they would get re-downloaded randomly, and then it'd be playing
Yep.
again.
I
Like,
c-
bro,
That's
Identical.
like that
Exactly.
movie with Andy Samberg. What is it? Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, where they he automatically uploads his new album onto everybody's smart device. and so there people are all pissed off. They're like, "Man, my dishwasher started playing his album."
I mean, it's kind of genius, but it's also really, really annoying.
it's so invasive though.
It
Like
is.
I don't want that. That's
Yeah.
bullshit, dude.
And honestly, if it were Michael Jackson, I feel like Michael Jackson's so big,
yeah.
Well,
and everyone likes.
a lot of
Michael
people know what it's
Jackson.
like to have Michael Jackson forced on them.
Yeah, apparently.
I'd be okay with a little free Thriller action on my phone. I would be
That's what I'm
less
saying.
upset about that.
Most people would be like,
But yeah, I remember sitting in my fucking my car, and I'm like, same thing. As soon as it comes on, I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
this fucking band.
because you almost forget every time.
Yeah.
and then it's the same.
Well, it wasn't
noises.
easy to get rid of
It
either.
wasn't, yeah.
I
No-
had to do
nobody's-
so much Googlage to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Nobody's tried to do that since, have they?
They should.
No, not that I know of.
Didn't Jay-Z do something like that?
But only for
Samsung?
no. Well, I
Tidal?
don't know about Tidal. It was only if you had Tidal.
And
or
nobody had
something.
title, so
Yeah.
I thought he released an album on Samsung.
You might be right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought he did.
Is
But
that,
that's like one of those things when a new technology comes out or becomes common. They're like, "Oh, this is going to be a great marketing thing," and it just backfires completely.
yeah. Sometimes you can't try stuff first. Like the first mover thing really actually doesn't work out. You
No,
gotta
it's
wait until
actually-
people fuck up. A few
It's
times.
actually usually the first company to try something usually fucking fails miserably.
yeah. It's like number 2 or 3. that do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, because
You
they
get to
learn
watch,
from the
yeah.
mistakes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or sometimes you're just like ahead of the curve. So
Like,
like
too
you,
far ahead.
Yeah, like you came up with the idea before like the time was right to do it.
That's why we cheat. Because it's practice. We're just trying to improve.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
I'm trying to get better at fucking you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's it.
That's it. I don't understand.
This is for you, baby.
I mean, I don't understand. That's it.
It's common sense.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Stop thinking so selfishly.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn
Stop being a selfish
new
bitch.
shit. If
How
I
dare you?
If I went to an art class to learn how to paint you, you wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, that's true. And you
Very true.
want this sad missionary dick forever?
It's for what? So then you end up going fucking the entire offensive line of the Chargers?
Yeah. I'm trying to improve this.
Maroon 5 goes hard and sad missionary dick are the two things I've taken from this show.
Just depressed
That's that
missionary dick.
relationship dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. I gotta go to work, dick.
Yeah.
That's like when the dick looks at the pussy and he's like, another day. Got to do this.
I guess I'll go in there. Sure.
Clock in, clock out.
The old bird.
Banging away at the old bird. Banging away.
You guys watch the new Chapelle special?
Yeah, I did.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna go
I've
watch
seen
it
some
tonight.
controversy over it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it tonight.
It's pretty funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Better than the last one?
I mean, I can't remember the last one. I remember not liking the last one very much, but
I remember the
Killing
last
It.
one.
I actually like the last one.
Yeah, it
better,
was like really offensive.
Killing
That's
Them
what I
Softly is
liked it.
really good.
that one.
Oh, yeah.
When was that?
That was
Like 3 or 4 ago?
that was like the
Yeah.
late 90s, early
I don't think it
2000s,
was-
like early 2000s.
Yeah,
old.
but he took how long was he like basically out of the game for?
I don't
5
know,
years,
like
4
special
years?
wise, probably longer than that, probably 10 years.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's been at least 3
That's
yeah,
what-
well, he had 2 on Netflix before this one,
before this one.
and they were both like came out around the same time.
What's this one called?
Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though. I just like that it was offensive. They talk about the alphabet crew. The ones that shall not be named. But yeah, they talk about that mob of people, or that's what he talks about. It's pretty funny, and the way he kind of goes through it, so it doesn't, I don't know. He does well. He does.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
really
smart
funny.
fucking dude.
Smart dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Smart, and he's been funny forever.
yeah. His stand up has changed like a lot. Like you're talking about the Kill Me Softly compared to now, like it's such like a different. It's like not even. And it's also maybe it's because he like put on weight and he's older and he just looks different in a way. It's like way less energy. It's like more quiet as opposed to like how he was like super loud before. But yeah, it's just like a different kind of energy. It's like it almost feels like a different comedian.
Yeah. It's definitely refreshing though to just make fun of everything, and see this fucking cancel culture nonsense. It's it's so tiring. It's so fucking tiring.
Yeah.
Everything is a problem. Everything everywhere.
Wait,
Did you
what
say
is
I-
the term? Cancel culture?
Cancel culture.
Yeah, just
I haven't heard that.
Anytime
Yeah.
somebody gets fired or anytime somebody
Cancel
does
a
something,
show like
cancel
that?
a
Well, it's
show,
just
yeah.
everything. Oh, the
Yeah.
tweet from fucking 10 years ago. He's canceled. Canceled. When they're trying to cancel, what's his face? Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Why?
for the Oscars?
What did he
For the
say?
Oscars
Yeah,
stuff,
like,
'cause-
it was like a bad gay joke on
like,
Twitter.
it was all right. Oh, he even talks about it in the special. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. Like, but they literally the same thing. They're just like, he's not allowed to host the Oscars. He's kick him off this movie. It's like, dude, this is like 10 years ago. Or the Heisman dude, the guy who won the Heisman. This a couple years ago, but there's a tweet when he's 14, and they were saying like, oh, they should revoke his Heisman. Dude, calm down.
I mean, are these
Hey,
people
they revoked Reggie Bush's Heisman for taking money.
Which is also bullshit.
Yeah, that's also bullshit.
I mean, are these people alleging that they've never like committed anything
Made a
fucking
mistake?
or
No.
upset anyone or fucking said a racist comment
I
or
don't know.
fucking said a joke in bad? I mean,
Well, it's funny because it even got Sarah Silverman, and because she's a little bit cancel culture now too, and she got for that
It was the blackface sketch.
Yeah. And they don't say anything about the Hitler sketch, which I found weird.
that's
but-
weird.
Well, like the dumb thing about the blackface sketch is like context matters so much because like if the joke is how bad blackface is and you're using blackface
Yeah,
to do it,
of
like
course, yeah.
that's like fucking was it Jack Black was in a movie doing blackface and that
Yeah.
same fucking joke. Like it's who else? Ted Danson.
Robert Downey Jr.
Ted- Ted-
not the joke, but yeah.
Ted Danson did blackface at a roast or whatever when he was dating Whoopi Goldberg. Showed up eating watermelon with blackface on.
Yeah.
And who was it? Howard Stern showed up to Petey Green's show wearing blackface.
Yeah, like I don't give a
Yeah, no,
fuck about blackface.
The dumbest part, yeah.
Just-
The dumbest thing about it is like there's just no like there's no consistency, and which is why like I agree I agree with Chapelle, like it's effective to shame your fans and being like stop this shit. That's a good way to go about it if you're Chapelle. But dude, people got to start shaming these fucking companies for giving in for nothing.
Yeah.
To giving into like the internet mob, which is not a real fucking. They're not. it's not a real like number of people that's gonna go, protest your product.
What I always find funny too is that you'll see articles that'll say the internet is outraged. Blah, blah, blah. They'll say something like that, and then they'll do like it'll be 3 tweets.
Yeah.
Of like no name,
from Boner Jam 94.
Yeah, it's like
some dude
where's 3 people on the internet said something
with 2 likes and 1 retweet.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I mean, even if a handful of prominent people say it, that doesn't mean
That's
there's
not outrage.
Most people don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. If you ever talk to like people about shit that's going on in the internet who just like aren't online, or not extremely online or whatever, they're like, what? I don't know. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, it's just a whole different fucking world. It does not exist in the real world. Yeah. And every time these companies give in, it just feeds more people who are like writing articles like, oh, we got to cancel this, Yeah. So like, I understand like telling people like, you got to calm the fuck down. But in reality, like these companies need to fucking stop giving in every single time.
I think if they just ignored it for a week, a little bit. Yeah, and then it would just kind of go away for the most part.
Yeah, it would be another fucking incident a week later.
Well, it's the same shit. It's like, you remember when they were freaking out about ISIS things on YouTube? I get it. Nobody wants ISIS on YouTube. But then they were attacking the people that had ads on YouTube saying, like, you're supporting ISIS. Okay, no one looks at the ISIS video on YouTube and goes, Coca-Cola supported that because there's an ad for Coke. I get what they're trying to say, but it's the same kind of shit.
Yeah, they're buying random ad spaces, going on shit. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And there's so much content, they can't keep track of all that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, you can do your best to try to make sure you don't end up on certain channels, but it's not like Coke called YouTube and they're like, oh, can we get on this ISIS channel?
Yeah. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Remember when Dom wanted to put up an ISIS flag in here?
You mean last week?
Yeah. He was like, dude, that'd be funny. Like, no.
No, that's not funny.
He's like, no, you don't think? Nah.
All right, back to the drawing board.
I bet. What was the ultimate cancel culture one was the Kim Jong-un movie, The Interview or whatever.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Where like Kim Jong-un was like threatening fucking Sony or whatever to not release the interview with who was it? It was James Franco and Seth Rogen.
That movie was funny.
Yeah, it was funny as shit.
Yeah. It was funny.
But like the way they fucking gave in was so fucking stupid.
Did they give in?
Yeah, they gave in and then just went straight to Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't gonna go.
That was gonna go to the theaters.
It didn't go in the theaters.
Didn't even go in the theaters. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they gave.
I didn't know that.
They gave it. They gave up. Fucking canceled the fucking movie from coming out, and then Netflix bought it.
Bunch of pussies.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck that little fat dude.
Yeah, like
put the movie out right now, today.
Like Kim Jong-un's gonna launch a nuke over some movie. Like,
yeah. And then if he does, we just start rain and send me back in, boy. I'm fucking realist
I'm
right
re-enlisting!
now. Realistic right now. Me and Dom through the fucking jungle with
Charlie's in the trees.
and we got a knife in our teeth and some cutoff shorts. Fucking boots not strapped up.
like Arnold and Predator, just mud on the face.
Yeah.
Fucking bandanas.
I was just watching one of those old Chuck Norris like war movies.
Oh god,
dude, those movies are so bad.
They're awful.
It's like Iron Eagle type shit.
Iron Eagle,
terrible.
man, terrible fucking movie.
Or Navy SEALs.
How about the remember that movie Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, where the kid like learns.
Yeah, the kids learn karate or some shit. Yeah.
Dude, like in those movies, just like they just fucking crank them out. Like immediately after like Karate Kid.
Yep.
They're like, okay, well, let's just get another martial arts guy in here.
What was it? Little Ninjas or
Three Ninjas?
Three Ninjas.
And then Surf Ninjas.
That was legit.
Yeah, I fucking love Three
My
Ninjas.
my buddy played football in college with Tum Tum.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny.
Where are those guys now? They should.
That's a
reboot
valid
that.
question.
I don't know, but surprisingly, Tum Tum was receiver and he was skinny as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a little fat kid.
Yeah, he was a little fat kid.
He's going through a phase.
Yeah.
You know,
They force fed him to gain weight for the fucking role.
that's child abuse, no? if
If it's not for acting.
not for right, I feel like
I feel like anytime you put a kid in a fucking like in a career as an actor, I feel like that's child abuse.
I can't really argue. Why do they all die and shit? They all do
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because they're
they're all
getting
fucked up in the head.
by Hollywood pedophiles.
That's not funny, and a conspiracy theory that we do not uphold on the show. The Tasteless Gentlemen, we know nothing.
Alien lizard people pedophiles.
Well, I mean, we do know about what's his name?
Epstein?
No. Spacey, Kevin Spacey.
Oh yeah, we do. Wait, so didn't his case get dropped?
I don't know.
I know the one case got dropped, but then
How many cases is he?
Yeah.
Multiple.
Who the fuck knows? Yeah, that's a bad thing, right? Like, so if you have multiple cases around the same kind of shit,
Yeah, your career is over.
well, yeah, well, fuck all that. Like, you probably,
Yeah.
he probably-
Like maybe something might have happened.
That's where the cancel culture's okay.
yeah, but the one, okay, but actually though, I don't agree with them because they're going back. Like, they wanted to take off Weinstein's name on like all his old movies and shit.
But it's also his brother's name.
Yeah, but it's all like that doesn't. Come on, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't do anything.
yeah,
I still watch the fuck out of Usual Suspects.
yeah. There's a bunch of good Weinstein movies. You know, under the shit. I see them all the time. You know, come up Weinstein.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, oh, there it is.
For a while they were producing like every fucking movie.
Yeah. So like, oh,
Good
dude.
Will Hunting.
And I'm still gonna. I'm still listening to R. Kelly. I do not care.
You will never stop Ignition.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That will be played forever.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
And I'm still listening to Michael Jackson with Bradley. We're in the car.
I'm down. Yeah.
With critters.
I gotta be honest. I was never a big Michael Jackson fan.
What?
I have like I do not
Wrong
have
with you?
I do not have strong feelings towards Michael Jackson's music in any way. It's just kind of.
Not even a couple of the songs. I'm not saying you need to know like whole albums, but like.
I mean, it's like you're at a bar and it's fun when it comes on, just because everybody knows it.
It's black.
But you could do the
white.
same with like Mr. Brightside. You know?
I mean, you like a Dave Matthews kind of guy, right?
Man, you look like a
You
Dave
look,
Matthews
you
kind
look
of
like
motherfucker.
the kind of guy who listens to Dave Matthews in the morning.
And I'm probably the only one in the room who's been to a Dave Matthews concert.
Hey, but the tail there though,
Yeah,
the
it
talent.
was.
That's
I got
true. You
roped
are
in.
the only person out of this four that has been to a Dave
I got
Matthews
roped
concert.
in. My buddy's like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket," and I'm like, "I ain't doing shit."
Roped in. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you got that ticket?"
You got action one, fam?
I mean, that's nothing I would ever listen to, but it was fun though. I mean, everyone's just getting high as fuck. I mean, I would never do that, but other people would.
Bradley looks like the kind of guy who would go to a Fish concert.
Fuck no. That hippie shit? Hell no, dude.
What was the last concert you guys been to?
I've never been to like a full like a concert. Like I've been to like live shows. I've never been to like the
You mean
big,
like a
big venue concert.
amphitheater kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Never?
Is that
Never.
what you mean? Is that what you mean by big concert?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like a live show would be like the one in North Park. Like it's a
Yeah.
big
The
venue.
observatory.
Yeah, observatory. Like that's
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
venue, but that's not like
It's not a concert.
this isn't
concert.
Jay-Z, Beyonce. Yeah.
Damn. Last person I saw was Gucci Mane at the observatory.
Really? I mean, I like. I've been to the observatory a
Yeah.
bunch.
See, my thing is like if I'm gonna go to a show, I want to be able to like see what's going on.
Mm.
It's why I would never go to those big ass music. People take photos of like a DJ on the fucking stage, and they're like 700 yards
Yeah,
away.
take a picture of them on the screen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
those
I
are
don't like
fun,
that.
though.
Nah, I gotta get.
I mean, if you're just there to party, okay, like that's what it is. Fine.
What else is there to do?
But you can party anywhere.
Yeah, but the
I can party at home on my couch.
That old dusty, sweaty ass in the desert.
dude. I mean, at these festivals.
I mean,
Yeah.
you might get fucking Hep C and anthrax at the same time.
Hey, man, that's how the good Lord intended for me to go out.
Just
Hep C
in,
and
in a
anthrax.
dusty ass on a hiking trail.
When it's your time, it's your time. You can't argue that.
Jesus,
It's
take the
fate.
wheel. Take the
Exactly.
wheel.
You guys want to drop this bomb?
Let's drop it.
First, shirts,
Oh, yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah. Shop.tastelessgentlemen.com. Obviously, new shirts are going up. Oh, if you guys know the reference from, you guys might not even know this reference, but it's from G.I. Joe Dub Over.
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah. I
on,
saw that. Yeah, that's cool.
YouTube. Pork chop sandwiches. If you know that, you get a military discount. A bunch of those sold the other day because I think people understand it.
What was the Ninja Turtles one? We should do one of those.
Yeah, nigga turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta edit that out.
Well, these hoes are like cheese on a board. Rat trap.
You know what got me?
Motherfucking rat trap. Patreon. Patreon's. There's tiers all the way from $1 a month to I think $1,000 a month.
Yeah, and then the last one's your paycheck.
Yeah. $1,000 a month is obviously a joke, but it's on there if you're some Saudi billionaire who wants to party.
And you never know. People all over the world listen to this. So
my buddy has a Patreon, and somebody did the $1,000 one as a joke, but then he's been paying it for like 2 years.
really,
Yeah.
Did he forget? Yes.
Yeah, well, he's a Twitch streamer, so like, there's a bunch of these guys that are super rich. Literally, they're all like Saudi dudes, and they'll just donate like 20 grand. Like chicks will get like $70,000 just out of nowhere.
Then they're gonna be sliding in the DMs like send bobs.
Oh, of course, yeah. Now, they don't do the send Bob's thing. They got like guns.
Yeah.
You got a tiger. He's in a Lambo.
Yeah.
Fucking-
If you're that dude, please fly out here and then pick us up in your private jet. We want to go somewhere with a cheetah and fucking AKs.
and a hyena too. I want a hyena on a leash.
Yeah.
In the plane.
Yeah,
In the
yeah, of course. That goes without saying. Yeah.
Bradley of the Tasteless Gentlemen died being mauled by a hyena on
Nah,
a private
Zig-
10,000
jet.
feet in the air.
Zig's got my back. Zig's got my back.
All right, pop the E.
Yep.
1,
2,
3 and.
E!